Well, good morning, everyone. At 7 a.m. Monday, May the 20th, I'm Anne-Marie Green, and we're going to begin with that breaking news from overnight. Iran's president confirmed dead in a helicopter crash. This news likely will have global implications. The president was killed in a helicopter crash along with the country's foreign minister and other officials. It happened yesterday in the mountainous northwest region of Iran, and our Holly Williams has been following the latest for us from London. Holly.
Good morning. The Iranian president's helicopter crashed in the mountains of northern Iran. Video from the scene shows rescue workers trekking through the dense fog to find the wreckage and retrieve the bodies. Now, President Raisi was a hardline conservative leader in Iran's Islamic Republic. The crash occurred as he was returning from a meeting with the leader of neighbouring Azerbaijan. Iran's cabinet said the, quote, hard-working president had been martyred, vowing that the government would operate without the slightest disruption. But this crash comes at a time of heightened instability in the Middle East, as Iran fights a so-called shadow war with Israel. Iran's proxies include Hamas, Hezbollah in Lebanon, and the Houthis in Yemen. Meanwhile, Iran's nuclear program is thought to be edging closer to being able to produce weapons. President Raisi took office in 2021 after an election that excluded more moderate candidates. But he's only the second most powerful man in Iran, after the country's real leader, the Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, an unelected Muslim cleric who's ruled since 1989. Raisi was seen as a possible successor to the Ayatollah and was sanctioned by the US over his human rights record. Anne-Marie.
Holly, thank you very much. So to gain a better understanding, I want to bring in CBS News national security contributor Sam Vinograd. She's a former assistant secretary for counterterrorism at the Department of Homeland Security. Sam, thanks for joining us. I actually sort of want to start with the possible global implications. Holly said this is the second most powerful person in Iran. What are the concerns when we look at the possible ripple effect globally?
Well, Anne-Marie, I really don't think anyone in the global community anticipates a major shift in Iran's policy based on President Raisi's death. As our colleague mentioned, the supreme leader in Iran really calls the shots when it comes to Iran's foreign policy, the activation of its proxy forces in the Middle East and around the world, its approach to its nuclear program. So generally, I don't think globally analysts are expecting a major shift in Iran's policy around the world in light of the president's death.
So then, considering the ongoing conflict between Israel and Hamas in Gaza and the proxy war that's been taking place, can we expect any shift at all, or is that likely to remain the same?
I expect that Iran's regional posture and global posture will remain relatively unchanged despite the death of the president and the foreign minister. I do expect that the supreme leader, the acting president, and the acting foreign minister will be deeply focused right now on sending a message domestically and globally about stability. We've seen that already with the supreme leader going on state media, with the acting president convening the head of the judiciary and legislative branch. And the goal is to project an image of stability so that Iran's adversaries don't seek to take advantage of this moment to try to advance their own agendas.
Sam Vinograd, thank you so much.
Thanks.